So my favorite moment in this trip was a very private moment when we were all sitting down for dinner, and we went around the table opening up about what we were grateful for, and it was just a very real, raw, emotional conversation where we just like had no filter, no walls up, and we just said, from I guess every aspect of our heart of where we were and why we're grateful for what we're experiencing. It was just a very humbling, eye-opening, life-changing experience.
So yeah, guys, we're here today with Ryan, the founder of Meeting of the Minds. Ryan, first of all, thank you so much for being a part of the Elevation Tour, man.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you with us. So let's begin with yourself, man. Tell us a little bit about your journey, Meeting of the Minds.
Okay, so we'll make this kind of short. I started off as an activist protesting with 9/11, the NDAA Patriots Act, and I just, from that rabbit hole, if you'd like to say, I just started researching and learning about how the government was trying to take away our rights and enforce more taxes and create a systematical oppression among the people. And then I started to get deeper into that and learning about sovereignty and that I'm a human being of Earth and not an actual citizen of a country. And then I started looking more into alternate energies and learning that our power grid and our so-called resources are actually in abundance and not very little, or the proper wording for it I'm forgetting right now. But I started sharing this information on how we can create free energy and live holistically vegan and live a debt-free lifestyle and travel the world and be sustainable, be happy, be kind to all living beings.
Awesome. And from that, when did you start doing the Meeting of the Mind events?
So I started Meeting of the Minds in 2014, 2015, around that time. And I've pretty much dedicated myself every year to just bringing people together to all different cities and countries all around the world.
And now we're starting to collaborate on this Elevation Tour. This is the first time we're doing this kind of events, and it's amazing to find like a twin and in the same path that we are here and join forces to do this. So how has been the experience to connect with a bunch of people like doing different kinds of stuff? And
it's awesome. It's a beautiful experience when you can see all different people come together with different paths but the same journey, the same end goal that we all want. And just to come out here to Portugal and Barcelona is a totally different experience than I've ever experienced in the United States. Or even when I go to Stockholm or Brazil and other places, it's a whole nother vibe out here. So I've learned and grown a lot since I've been here, and I really can't wait to come back out here and collaborate with you.
Yeah. So yeah, from my part, it's been also amazing to get to know you and see like we are like focused on bringing the same type of messages. It was amazing to see the kind of stuff that you spoke about in Porto, and a lot of it I was kind of, is people prepared to hear this or not? Yeah. I've been like thinking about speaking about some of those topics for like a couple of years now, and you just went there and you threw it all out and everybody was like, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's what I do, is like I like to get in people's heads, whether it's the conscious or the subconscious thoughts, and really expand their experience with that. And really just see like how much have people questioned like what is real, what is a lie, what have we been told to be true, and what have we actually experienced in our own life. Because a lot of things we base our perception on is what we were told to think or what we were told to be true, but we've never actually experienced it in our day-to-day life, or even as a collective consciousness of humanity, we've never even experienced it. But since that's the programming that's taken place around Earth, we all tend to believe that just because that's what everybody else believes.
Exactly. Yeah. And what can people expect from the event in Barcelona? What are you going to bring to the table? Like you and the speakers that you invited also.
So you're just going to get the raw truths from me, and I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to get into all different reality checks of what's taking place in society, and we'll get deep into some of those really controversial topics. And I'm bringing 2 speakers along with me. One of them is going to talk on the censorship that's taking place on social media. Accounts like mine and other alternate media accounts, we're facing censorship, whether it's them removing followers, not letting new followers find our accounts, not letting our feed, our information being shared or even seen with the people that are already following us. So there's a great deal amount of censorship taking place, which is almost reassuring for us, saying it's pretty much them telling us that we're doing the right thing, because if we were talking about bullshit, they wouldn't waste any time on us. And then the other speaker, he's going to be talking about vegan activism and how you can get involved in your local community and share that message of veganism, as well as showing people what's actually taking place.
So in terms of censorship, are you also going to talk about solutions that we can have, like with blockchain?
Definitely. We could get into the decentralized platforms out there, and then we already have Derek Bros speaking on that as well.
Yeah.
So we can even, I think he's speaking before or after us, I think after us, so he'll get more in depth on that.
Perfect. So yeah, any last message that you would like to send to our audience?
If you're in Barcelona, if you know anybody in Barcelona, it's definitely a beautiful environment experience. So share this with your friends, family, people who you think are interested in, and let's co-create this beautiful event.
Yeah, man, thank you so much for being here with us.
No problem.
It's been amazing. And yeah, guys, keep following the Meeting of the Minds and the Elevation Tour. And we'll see you soon.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, yeah. Because you've probably heard of the terminology, the Illuminati or the New World Order or something along that line, and it's real at the end of the day. It's not just some name that's spoken about and stuff. The idea is, you've seen the pyramid and stuff, is to centralize everything, which is why Derek is so about decentralization and pretty much flipping that upside down in a sense and then breaking it apart and stuff, because we were just talking about how is something worth something, right? Because you create value with your thoughts, with your actions and so forth on an individual level. They strip that away from us from pretty much birth, and they try to teach you that you're not powerful and stuff, and the government has the power, the religion has the power, but you're actually the most powerful being, energy on this planet and stuff. As long as you believe in yourself and you see that within yourself, that's what you actually are. You have the power to create a massive amount of change. The individuals that are up here speaking are probably most likely individuals that truly believe in themselves and have seen over time, hey, if I just talk and I connect with people, I can change somebody's life, and I can expand on this idea, this message, and it can grow and reach more and more people. And so you talk about the vegan movement, which I don't want to get too much into veganism, I want you to handle that. And veganism started from releasing information of the pharmaceutical industries and how they were hiding money and the chemicals and whatnot. And then people started making a connection, well, fuck, they're using these chemicals, they're hiding these monies, what are they doing actually? How are the animals treated and all that stuff? And then it's just kind of grown and expanded from there. Then you get into a whole nother aspect of veganism. But anyway, all this starts from an individual saying, I'm going to stand up for what's morally right. And we've seen that throughout history, whether it's Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King, and all the other beautiful people who have actually stood up for what's morally right. And they're not even just standing up for themselves as an individual, they're standing up for cultures, way of life, messages, and so forth. And that's kind of what you're seeing through social media right now and independent media, because I've been pretty successful on an individual level. I know how to make money on the streets, I know how to make money owning my own companies, and I could work a 9 to 5 and make money in doing that. But I also know that if I do this, I can create something way bigger than myself, and I can inspire and create massive amounts of change. And if I truly only have one life to live here, I'd rather dedicate my time and change people's lives and create an actual conscious community and sustainable future for not just me, but for you, but for our future and the generations here to come who aren't here right now. Because I'm 28 years old and I've seen shit change drastically from when I was 15, 8, and I can't remember before 8 years old. exactly how shit was. I can only imagine, like, you know, when I'm 30 or well, I'm almost gonna be 35. Sorry for the people that are older. 40, 50, 60 years old and stuff, like how these children are gonna grow up and stuff. Like, are they even know what baseball is? Or are they just gonna have like a fucking screen on their face and they're gonna be like, oh, it's a home run. Anyway, so yeah, my purpose in life is pretty much to share information and bring people together. Like I said, I've been doing this for 4 years. I don't know how many events I've hosted, but I'd say it's probably close to the 200 to 300 mark of events I've hosted. I've been all over from New York, Orlando, West Palm Beach, Miami, Toronto. I'm getting to Texas, I haven't done it yet. Denver, LA, San Francisco, Sao Paulo, Brazil. So I've kind of got my hands all over the place and stuff, and I've done a lot of different activism, whether it's throwing a mask on my face and preaching a message, or getting in front of people's faces or the police faces. I've done pig vigil or animal vigils, beach cleanups. I have an organization called the Brown Paper Bag Movement. It's in about 30 to 40 cities. We help the homeless people or just people in need. You don't even need to be homeless. You might just need a warm meal or a sock or shoes, whatever it is and stuff. So I have my hands in all different things because I truly believe that on an individual level, I can reach and help a ton of people. And if you check out my social media page on Instagram, you know, I receive a lot of beautiful messages just for one Instagram post. You know, that post connected with me on such a deep level. You reassured me, you know, I have suicidal thoughts, or, you know, I went vegan, or because of you, I actually feel like I have a family, whatever it might be and stuff. And we start supporting each other and stuff and coming together, it gets a lot more powerful. And I'm gonna wrap this up so we can talk. You know, at the end of the day, every organization in existence, I feel like, has always wanted to divide people. Pretty much every religion out there, every government structure, every school activity or whatever it is, I feel like every aspect of life wants us to divide. They want to look at, like, say, him and I usually have a buzzed head, he has dreads. They usually want us to stay separate. We have different colored skin, they want us to be separate. You're vegan, I'm a meat eater, separate. You believe in the Republican or Democratic Party, separate and stuff. And I'm just like, fuck that. I don't care what your belief systems are. I don't care pretty much any of your ideologies out there, unless you're a good person. Like, really, I'll just, like, I do have my, like, limits and stuff. Or do you care? Do you want to help people? Do you extort children, women, men even get extorted? We always say children and women, but men are some of the most oppressed people. Like, we don't cry, we're told not to cry. That's suppression in itself. We had a very powerful moment at a dinner where I'm pretty sure every fucking person at that dinner table was crying. Yeah, anyway, let's just get into some, like, conspiracies. So I just want to leave this with anybody I come in contact with. I really want you to follow your dreams, your passions, and your goals, and don't let anything stand in the way of that. You know, help people, whether it's opening a door for somebody, grabbing something off the top shelf for somebody older. You know, just being kind and compassionate to all living beings on this planet, whether it's an animal or a human or the environment. Just be mindful, compassionate, and show empathy for everything. And if you get the opportunity to come to one of these events, whether it's my event or Elevation Tribe's event, definitely do so. It's a beautiful experience.